Hello, my name's the Retro Gaming Goose, and welcome back to another video. And this is the first video in a 4-part series talking about Dune. And yeah, I'm bringing out Dune videos in June because I thought it was a really stupid pun. So that's why I'm releasing Dune videos. And we are taking it right back for this first video. So before Command & Conquer, before StarCraft, there was Dune 2 Battle for Arrakis. This was a real-time strategy game on the Mega Drive. I think it was also on the PC, but it hugely laid the groundwork for a lot of the genre. I think, as far as I can remember, it was one of the earliest RTS games I ever played, but that might just be because I had a Mega Drive and had this game. It was certainly the very first Westward game I played, and this is such a precursor to the Command & Conquer series, which is one of my favourite game series of all time. I've already done videos on Command & Conquer before. I've also done a whole playthrough of Red Alert 2, which is another thing which is linked to a later video. But you can really see the foundations of what RTS games would become in the late 90s, early 2000s from this game. So yeah, just going over what I said, this game was released in 1993 for the Sega Mega Drive, or the Sega Genesis if you're American. And yeah, it wasn't just a port of the PC version. It was a whole new attempt to bring sort of RTS strategy games to a controller, which sounds really weird because even to this day RTS games are much better on a mouse. I feel like this is the one that felt the nicest to play back in the day on a console. You had games like the first Command & Conquer on the Sega Saturn and PlayStation 1, and then you had the remake or reimagining of that Command & Conquer game on the Nintendo 64, which used a whole new engine. I've done a video on that as well. But Westwood Studios, who also were responsible for them games, they really had something here that was different, that was just so much better than other things. Firstly, that the entire setup of the game, the foundations of sort of factions in video games. This is in this game you get to pick between the 3 factions of Atreides, Harkonnen and Odo, and you can just decide basically from there how to go about the map, how you want to take over the different missions, how you want to take on different factions. And for me, I feel like it was the first time I played a game that let you select factions to play as, that weren't just copy and paste of each other. So for example, the Atreides get sonic tanks, the Harkonnens have special sort of infantry units, and the Ordos or Ordos, House Ordos, have people that can basically the spy from the later Command & Conquer games, or the thief. And but like I said, the main goal in this game is just to take over the map and dominate Arrakis, and it is so fun and brutally hard. I will have to say, it is so hard. You think you're winning? I think the controls do add to it being a bit harder than usual, maybe because you can't select multiple units, or at least I can't remember how to select multiple units, so it's one at a time trying to manage everything. But it is so fun to play. As a real-time strategy game, resource management is everything in collecting spice, because the spice must flow is a big deal in this game. Spice gives you pretty much everything. You can build with spice, and a lot of the mission objectives are collect a certain amount of spice, so you got to get your harvesters out there, but you got to watch out for the worms as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get any capture footage of the worms, but they just absolutely wreck you up if they get you. Graphically as well, this Dune 2 on the Mega Drive was punching well above its weight. It was clean, readable sprites, you could see what was going on, and it's very atmospheric. A lot of the maps are just desert and rock, yes, but give it credit, 1993, that's pretty cool. The look of the game, you can tell it's a desert, it's not just a blank canvas. There's stuff going on here. For many retro gamers, this wasn't just a strategy game, it was the first taste of commanding armies. It was a lot of people's first ever RTS game. And I know that this game has played a massive responsibility in my love for games like Command & Conquer and also the Total. So what I'm saying is, if you've never tried Dune 2 Battle for Arrakis, it is quite hard to pick up on Mega Drive. I've got a very weird edition of this game. Basically, what happened is I've still got the original copy from when I was younger, but I never realised until very recently my original copy is actually a fake, but it's really cool because it's a fake game from Russia, which I think is really fun. It still works with PAL regions, so it's just nice to have a bit of like copyright history in my collection. But you can pick this game up. It can be quite expensive if you want to get an original complete copy, but it is also a Mega Drive game. You can emulate this pretty easily if you really want to give it a go. And there's also a bunch of Dune games out there that you can have a go at as well. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be going through 3 other games that I absolutely love, all part of Dune, because I love everything Dune. It's been one of my favourite franchises since discovering it a couple of years ago. Or should I say rediscovering it. I think I always knew about Dune. I've seen the original films, and then I guess like got way back into it when the films came out, the new ones, and then read all of the books, and that like kind of destroyed my mind because Dune. But if you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what your favourite Dune game is and if you've played this game. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been the Retro Gaming Goose, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.